got to be too high, right? I mean, I get it. Like the Chiefs have been covering these. They're kind of just doing it, and they're like, well, now the offense is going to start playing better. They're going to be beating people by 50 points. But when is that going to happen? I mean, and also like this defense, I don't know. Is it a little bit of smoke and mirrors? Like they played Teddy Bridgewater last week. Did they really have to do that much? I don't know. I feel like KC is still really kind of having trouble just getting it all together. And the Raiders here back against the wall. I know they can't run the ball, but again, I think the way to attack Kansas City anyways is try and get in shootouts right now because they're kind of having trouble putting points up themselves. So I kind of like this spot for the Raiders to bounce back here. A big piece is going to be whether Darren Waller's healthy or not. If Darren Waller can play in this game, I definitely like Vegas at 9.5. I'd love to see it get up to 10, but I'm going to say this one is a little bit too big, and I think you should take advantage by taking the Raiders if it stays around 10.
Garion, do you agree 9.5 just too high?
Yeah. You could have made a lot of money the last couple of years just blindly betting against the Chiefs to cover spreads. They have only covered 3 of their last 13 home games. They've only covered 7 of their last 23 games overall. And as Geoff mentioned, 2 of those covers have been their last 2 games. But those haven't been dominating offensive performances. If anything, they've been dominating defensive performances, so much so that they've had to lean on their defense to score points. I don't know. I just really concerned with that game against the Broncos. I mean, all we ever hear about is how great Andy Reid is coming out of the bye. And he is, don't get me wrong. But you really expected the Chiefs offense to look a little bit more polished against the Broncos with 2 weeks to prepare. And they just did not look good. They needed Daniel Sorensen to run back a 75-yard tipped interception for a touchdown to cover that game. I think Vegas can score. I think at any point, a backdoor cover is on the table just because you trust Derek Carr to put up a ton of passing yards. I just can't trust the Chiefs to cover an almost double-digit spread at this point.